Welcome from Munich, where we're here with the brand new HTC One A9 and the Apple iPhone 6s. Both are brand new devices, you could say, beautiful unibodies with different colors, of course, available. And also what we have on both devices is a fingerprint reader, great cameras, and also a great price on the HTC with $579 right now in Germany, but $399, for example, in the US, which is really cheap in comparison with an Apple iPhone, where the hardware is not much better actually inside. And when we come to battery, it isn't even really better, because we have here just a 1715 milliamp battery, while we have here 2150. So otherwise, the camera on both is sticking out, as you can see, but let's just check out the design first up close before we come to conclusions when we come to camera quality. So from the side you can see both beautiful, here both in space gray, of course. HTC is calling their gray or black version a little bit different, and it's also a little bit darker, but otherwise you have here the on and off switch, as you can see, the volume rocker on the HTC, and also here the SIM card slot on the iPhone is looking quite good. And you can't really feel it, but there's of course also a card slot on the HTC on the other side, and not only one card slot but also an SD card slot, so you can expand that internal memory, don't have to spend much more for more space. Also we have here the volume rocker and mute button, and on the bottom you will see that here the design is pretty similar with the headset jacks, the USB ports, and the speakers. HTC doesn't have dual front speakers anymore, which is a little bit sad, but you can see it's looking quite beautiful here, both devices, especially when it comes to thinness, because the new iPhone has 7.1mm and the HTC One A9 has 7.26mm here in thickness. So let's go to the back, where you can see here that we have on both nice cameras with 12 megapixel and 13 megapixel dual flash LED, and the microphones right there. Here we cannot shoot 4K videos, just full HD, but we have an optical image stabilizer, which we don't have in iPhone 6s, only in the 6s Plus, which is of course a lot bigger and is a different category also when it comes to price. Otherwise, a full metal unibody on the back with a similar design. And if you say no, HTC is a copycat, you are wrong, because HTC had a design before the new iPhone 6 and previous one, so actually Apple copied maybe a little bit from HTC. So on the front, 5 megapixel camera, 5-inch display, 4.7-inch display, HD, full HD, and a fingerprint reader on both inside. So if I put my finger on both, you will see how quickly it goes inside in both. Of course, on the right, we had on the iOS device a little bit of a design, just animation, which makes it a little bit slower, but you can just show it again how really fast it is to unlock. So yeah, I should have pressed the button on the right, I forgot, because here it's not really a button, it's just something capacitive that you put your finger on. So let's try that again. And you can see HTC is a little bit faster, but actually both have 2 gigs of RAM, a dual-core processor with 1.4 GHz. Here we have a quad-core processor with 1.2 and 1.5, I think. The Snapdragon is 617, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. And otherwise, you can feel on both that they are really quite fast. You can open up on both the browser and check out the keyboard, for example. If you rotate both, you can see that the iPhone is maybe a little bit quicker, but has also some more animation inside. And otherwise, let's just check out the cameras, please, and see how both compare when it comes to camera quality. Like, for example, on the front, as you can see, I have a light in the front of my face, so it's not a perfect environment for shooting pictures, but you can see that both recognize my face, have a great quality in my face, but yeah, the HDR is not greatly working here with the HTC, and you can't set up a lot of things, but I think both have a beautiful quality. On the right you can see a little bit more of my pullover, but otherwise, if you just look here at the roof, for example, both have awesome quality. But let's just turn it around. You usually shoot more pictures, I think, with the camera in the back. There we have a cactus in the back, cacti. And yeah, again, looking great. On the left is a little bit more wide angle maybe available on the device, but otherwise I think both have a pretty good shot at being awesome devices, especially since we have also Pro mode here for the HTC, if you want that, where we can set up a little bit more, but otherwise the regular camera mode offers us a lot of things, and there's also hyperlapse, panorama, and slow motion, which is of course also all available on the iPhone, but we can shoot also 4K videos on the iPhone, which is, as I said, not available on HTC, but the price is a lot lower, and otherwise the hardware is brilliant on both devices, so it's a hard decision. Maybe you should check out my colors video, because HTC has a beautiful red garnet color, deep garnet, which is just amazing. So that's maybe the color to get even as a man, because it just looks great. So thank you much for tuning in. This was the iPhone 6s versus the HTC One A9 smartphone comparison really quickly here at the event in Munich. Till next time, peace and again. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you much for watching.